Good evening to those who listen. It is October 19th, 2018, 6:38 p.m. And I don't know, this is crazy stuff. All right, so I don't know if you guys have been hearing, but China is talking about launching a fake moon into orbit, and then it would artificially light up the city, and it would act as like street lamps. This city in China is supposedly darker, I guess, than most. And I just was looking at some other stories from other channels and stuff, and came across this stuff. So I got some from CBS News. One was based out of Philadelphia. And put that one. And I found this person's channel, which I'm not going to show the whole video. I'll show just a little clip. And then I would like for you to go to her channel and check it out, because she really explains things well. CBS Philadelphia. Come on now.
Well, China wants to launch a fake moon into the sky.
Right.
China wants to launch a fake moon into the sky by 2020. Get this. It's actually a satellite that would reflect the sun's rays at night. It will reportedly be 8 times brighter than the real moon and could replace streetlights, saving more than $200 million a year. Astronomers, though, are concerned about the increased light pollution that it could cause.
Wow, so I just thought that was really strange. I mean, I haven't had much time to research into this, but I did a little bit today. And, you know, wouldn't that be kind of weird, though? You're seeing 2 moons in the sky. Be kind of odd. But anyway, wouldn't that make things kind of difficult? I don't know. I guess it depends. Let me get rid of that and move on to this next one. Come on. All right, now, I had this map up right here. I'm going to play it, and then I'm going to come back to this and enlarge this again. This is from the Daily News, and I will definitely try to get these into the description boxes.
China is set to launch an artificial moon into space in 2020 with the aim to replace street lights, as the communist country's space program becomes increasingly more powerful. China is 2 years away from sending a lighting satellite to space, according to Wu Chunfen, chairman of space contractor Chengdu Aerospace Science and Technology Microelectronics System Research Institute Co. The device has been designed to illuminate an area as large as 80 kilometers and works by complementing the light of the moon at night, Mr. Wu explained during a national mass innovation and entrepreneurship activity held last week. And the precise illumination range will be controlled within a few dozen meters, Mr. Wu added. The device's power of illuminating the Earth will be 8 times stronger than the one of the real moon, enough to replace the lights on the street. The artificial moon will focus its light on the city of Chengdu, in southwestern China. The project was the idea of a French artist, who imagined placing a row of mirrors on the Earth to reflect the sunlight on the streets of London. Have not been unanimously welcomed, with some people living in the area expressing concerns about the impact a constant full moon could have on the daily routine of animals and astronomical observation, according to Chinese news outlet People's Daily Online. Kang Weiman, director of the Institute of Optics, School of Aerospace at the Harbin Institute of Technology, played down their worries, arguing light will be similar to a dusk-like glow, so it should not create any negative effects. Chengdu Aerospace Science and Technology Microelectronics System Research Institute Co.'s latest announcement comes after Russia and China declared they are considering joining their resources to build a base on the moon. Speaking earlier this month to Channel 1 Russia, the head of Russia's space program Dmitry Rogozin said, "I don't rule out that as soon as we agree on the outlines of our lunar program with the Americans, it is time for our manned lunar program." The formation of a research station on the moon's surface is likely with our Chinese partners. They can be equal partners already in the coming years. China and Russia are rushing to close the distance with the US achievements in space, the only country which has led a manned lunar mission. China carried out its first manned space mission, which lasted 21 hours and saw astronaut Yang Liwei traveling around the Earth, in 2003. Since then, China has made incredible progress with its space program. From 2000 to November 2012, the country sent a total of 111 rockets and hundreds of satellites into space. It also conducted 4 manned spacecraft with 8 Chinese astronauts and launched 1 space laboratory in the sky. Chengdu Aerospace Science and Technology Microelectronics System Research Institute Co. is a state-owned space and defense giant counting more than 170,000 employees, 8 large academies and a dozen listed companies. It was ranked 343rd in the Fortune Global 500 list in 2018, making it the 4th largest aerospace enterprise in the world by revenue after Boeing, Airbus, and Lockheed Martin.
So, wow.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe Daily News channel. Goodbye and see you again.
I want to go back.
Which lasted 21 hours.
Okay, there it goes. Kind of. I needed to go back to the map. But if China can make a satellite, which I already believe,
entrepreneurship activity held last week. G Microelectronics System Research Institute Co. The device has been designed to illuminate an area as large as 80 kilometers and works by complementing the light of the moon at night, Mr. Wu explained during.
Finally, if China can put a satellite on space that looks like the moon and acts like the moon, why couldn't other countries, including the United States, have already done that? Which is very possible. This stupid thing. There. Okay. So it's very possible that this is already in existence. And I'm going to do a little video on the moon because it's starting to get dark and the moon is out now. So this could all be fake stuff that we're seeing. Fake moon. All right, now coming to the most important part. I hope you're still with me. This is from Inner Truth 5. And I just happened to come across her channel and her, when I put the search in for the fake moon. Go back to the beginning. I'll get to the end. All right, I'm just going to play a little bit.
Inner Truth 5. I just figured out something about the artificial moon that China is sending up into their skies. This is all making sense now. So I
just wanted to say that what she came up with is very, very smart, and thought about it, but now it kind of it all really makes sense. And what she is trying to say in this is that the United States, when the Great American Eclipse happened, she thinks there was an artificial moon that tracked across the United States and, kept up with the sun. So it was a fake eclipse. Now that could have been, I've already stated that this could have been the day when the sun simulator started. But what if this was when the moon simulator started? And the big Great American Eclipse was just a test, final test of this moon that they're going across. She goes into how the moon is only the umbra of the moon only goes so far. I think it's 70 to 100 miles, 50 to 100 miles, something like that. If you look at the track of the Great American Eclipse, she's got a map on it on here. And if I forget to put the descriptions for these articles in here, please put a comment in so I can throw those in there for you. But I mean, you can see this here. I'm gonna try to go forward a little bit just to see if I can find the map of it. But when the moon traveled across the United States, it traveled from west to east. Since when does the moon, and I've been saying this for a long time, there's lots of other channels that have been saying this, when has the moon ever went from west to east? How did that happen in the first place? And I always thought, that from the beginning, when all that happened, that it was very strange. But what happens if they have a moon, fake moon, that traveled across the United States in this little path? Because the path of totality was pretty narrow, if you think about it. And I remember when the eclipse happened. I was in Colorado, and I think I was in supposedly 70%. So it wasn't anywhere near full totality, but it should have been pretty dark when it happened. And when the eclipse went through, I remember standing out, on the porch, on the balcony, and I remember, is this it? I wish I had that video still. I erased it because I thought nothing happened. But I remember I had this very weird, eerie feeling the whole time it was happening. But I didn't think nothing of it at the time. But when it got dark, it just barely got dark. It was like a dimming. To me, it wasn't even close to being, eclipse. The light should have been a lot darker than what it was, and it wasn't. And I thought that was really strange too. But if they tracked this thing across the United States, and it's funny too because it was only across the United States too. I'm just saying, it's very strange stuff. All right, here it is. But if you look at this track of this thing, of this moon, this fake moon, where the eclipse happened, it went across the United States, and that area right there was just the path of totality. Everywhere else just got a dimming. It wasn't as dark. So they could have controlled this and made this into a fake total eclipse. Why? To maybe throw up the sun simulator, or possibly this moon simulator, this fake moon. And if they're able to do that, maybe that was the big test. And when that thing passed their test and fooled millions of people, that was when maybe they put that moon simulator up there. Now, I remember I started noticing the weirdness of the moon in October of last year. That was right after the eclipse. It was in August, so a couple months later. Of course, I wasn't really filming the moon that much then. I was more on the sun. But I did notice some weird stuff about it. Still didn't think it was fake until a few months later. Not even sure exactly, maybe December or January, I'm guessing, is when I really started thinking that the moon was fake. So it's very possible they could have this thing up in orbit and doing that. But, I mean, she really explains everything very well on this, so I really suggest you go over and check that out. Now, another thing I wanted to show you here. Now, this is where this is at. Now, back in March, I did a video on the Stephen Hawking SOS message. Well, it was the SOS message. I just threw it out there as a possibility that it could be Stephen Hawking putting this message out, because his death was really super close to when this message came out, and I just threw that out there. But it also gave coordinates. Now, see where this is at. Let me back it up a little. And then my coordinates, when I did back in March, the first coordinate was right there in China. And I thought, wow, that's kind of strange, isn't it? Oh, my goodness. I was always thinking these coordinates were this triangulated area. But what happens if this is just like a map, the coordinates of other fake moons? If so, I mean, I'm just throwing this out there. If so, we got the China. It was in Yushu. It was in Yushu province. I don't know where it is on this map exactly, but I know it's in that area. We also had parts of Africa. And then we had Turkey in the Black Sea up there. I don't know. I don't. So it's weird how all this came about and how I kind of looked into it, and it's really strange. So I don't know if that has anything to do with anything either. But this whole thing with the fake moon, and now we're seeing China announcing that they're going to put up a fake moon in orbit, makes me think that this moon that we're seeing now is fake. Tell me what you guys think about this. I think this is pretty amazing, pretty weird news. And make sure you check out, I'm going to hopefully remember to put these in the description box. I'll try to do it right away. Check out check out especially Inner Truth 5. Check her out. She explains it very well. And I just thought it was brilliant work. And she doesn't have many subscribers either, so maybe give her a subscription. All right, that's it, I guess. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Please let me know what you think about this in the comments. And wow. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. God bless.